55 Sports. This is The Locker Room.
And with that, we say good evening, everyone. Welcome inside another edition of The Locker Room. In case you forgot, that man is Elijah Collins. My name is Justin Prince. Thank you for making us a part of your Friday night. Elijah, now that we are well into December, it is finally time to look ahead to some hoops.
That's right, Justin. As you say, in 49 other states, it's just basketball, but in Indiana, it's different. Well, that couldn't be more true. And while we sprinkled some hoopage over the past few weeks, obviously, it's time to turn our attention completely to the hardwood here in the locker room.
Yeah, you got that right. And what a night of hoops do we have on tap for you tonight. The SAC kicking off its Friday night boy-girls doubleheaders tonight. So why don't we start there? Yeah, that's where we're going to begin. On the boys' side, Concordia taking on Carroll pregame. The court being dedicated to former Cadet and Purdue star Eugene Parker. What a moment for him. What a moment for his family. Congratulations to them. As for the game, who were we in for a doozy? Early on, both teams trading blows. Reese Swoverland gives Carroll an early lead right there. Other end of the floor, David Speckhard doing the hard work inside. Gets the bucket to go off glass. Next time down, showing off the range. Steps outside, and you're going to see him can the triple try. Cadets would take a 5-point lead. Carroll would end up taking a timeout, and the Chargers would come right back down the floor and answer. Jair Sampson, nothing but bottoms from distance, cuts the lead back down to 2, but Concordia, they just kept on coming. In transition, Johnny Washington to Cole Hayworth, and Hayworth throws it down, 2 hands for safety. No quitting this Carroll squad, though. I told you, they forced the turnover here on Washington. Jackson Pardon's going to get out and run it, and pardon me, he says, finishes off the layup. Now, this one would end up coming down to the wire, literally, but it's Speckhard and the Cadets who come out on top. You're going to see Speckhard hit another 3-ball. Cadets open conference play with a tight dub, 52-51.
All right, next on the line of Homestead Spartans, last year's SAC champs, hosting the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We're going to start this one early on, all night at 0-0, but hey, that dude Cameron Quinlan, he's going to get the game started. 3-ball at the top, drains it, Dwenger up front, but hey, he's got a nice little stroke. Let's see him again. This time on the other end, picks his pockets, takes it down to the other end, swings through for the nice little layup. Saints up 5-0, but hey, Homestead's going to quiet that noise for a little bit. The junior, Will Jamison, at the free throw line. Nice little jumper is good. Homestead finally on the board. And then it's going to be Kyron Capuiki a little later on. 3-ball on the left side is good. Capuiki with 2 clutch free throws down the stretch. And the Sparties protect their home court tonight. They secure the win 50-48.
I love that new arena out there, man. It looks beautiful.
Pretty.
Over at Kilmore Court, Snyder, 1-0 on the year, taking on a Wayne General squad. Looks to be one of the favorites in the SAC this season. Take it to the third quarter in this one. 7-point General lead, but back come the Panthers. Keydrell Billingsley picks off the inbounds, takes it back for the bucket. A little bit later on, another inbounds. This time it's for the Panthers, and it's going to go Panthers' way once again. Big Lincoln Firks finishes inside for 2, and the Wayne lead is down to just 3, but the Generals would battle right on back. Other end of the floor, that's big Zaire Sullivan cleaning up the offensive glass. He's going to get the stick back to go.
That's a big man.
He is a big boy. And then in transition, check this out. Javon Lewis Jr. cleaning up the miss and running the floor. The hoop, the harm. Three-point play puts Wayne back on top by 6. Generals come out with a dub, 62-57.
All right, let's swing out to Mark Chef Gymnasium. Head coach Rod Chamble and the Northrop Bruins hosting Bishop Luers. Luers coming off a 49-44 dub over Leo. Picked this one up in the second half. Luers is up by 3. Dowman, unfortunately, misses this first putback. Alexander gets the layup.
Always follow your miss.
And he did.
That's what I tell the kids,
Gets
man.
the bucket to go.
I
But
wish they'd listen.
A little later, I seen this dude play the first time in person. He's a good player.
Cadell
man.
Wallace, yeah, he's
Cadell
pretty good.
Wallace
He's pretty good.
Gets the 3 to go. 36-30 Luers lead. And we're going to get another 3 ball. This time it's going to be Isaac Zay in the cut. Knocks down the 3 in the quarter. 39-30 Knights with a good offensive spurt there, and Luers extends the lead and never looks back. Luers picks up their first conference win, moves to 3-1 on the season. They get the dub, 66-54.
I'm digging the All Reds there. Final boys stop in the SAC tonight comes at Bahia Arena. Little rivalry action on tap for you to start conference play. North side, south side. Picked this one up at the start of the fourth. All legends, and they're adding to it. Forced the turnover. That gets Tay Johnson free for the easy fast break bucket. Give the Archers credit, though. Hey, they wouldn't back down in this one. Other end of the floor, Omarion Washington. Tough step back,
Bucket.
Jimmy. That is a long 2, unfortunately.
He likes that step back, I noticed.
He does. It's a 20-point game there. Yeah, it was a little too late. Northside inbounding, smart play from Brayshawn Bassett. Off the bat, can't get the first. Follow your miss. Follow your miss. Hoop, harm, a little bit more from Brayshawn. Gets in the lane again, nearly loses it, but hey, still gets the bucket to go. Northside cruises to the rivalry dub, 77-63.
All right, down to South Adams we go. Hosting Churubusco. First quarter here, Kyle Minger. He's going to get the job started quick. Shot from the paint puts South Adams up after the bucket there. Puts them up 2, but Busco, well, they finally get things going. Teamwork here by Busco. Pass goes in underneath inside to Gavin Hustlenbeck. Later, Busco still rolling. Braden Bianski drives in with the spin move on the other end off South Adams miss. Here it is. Caden Hummel takes it himself. Easy layup there to finish there. And a little later on, Eagles still going. Hummel gets the pass and pulls up for the 3 ball. Busco wins it 52-28.
Good win for that Churubusco squad there. Love that Stardome, too. It's one of my favorite gyms in the area. Okay, time for our first break of the night. Don't touch that remote. Still plenty on tap for you after the break. The ladies take over the locker room. Big matchups from the SAC, NE8, and more. All that up next.
This is The Locker Room.
Hey, welcome back inside the locker room, boys and girls. Well, Elijah, if the early season is any indication, the SAC on the girls' side could be a lot of fun this season.
Yeah, that's certainly right, JP. Entering tonight, Northrop, Homestead, Snyder, and Luers all were unbeaten in conference play, but unfortunately, that's not the case after tonight. Luers and Northrop squaring off tonight, both looking to stay perfect in conference play. Let's get you back over to Mark Chef's Gymnasium. Bruins enter this one 7-1 on the season, 3-0 in SAC play. The Knights come in just 4-6, but undefeated, 1-0. First quarter, Riley Peppel takes it. Jumper is good.
Pepper in the net.
There you go. Clever. Later on in the game, check this out. Check out the passing. It's going to be Sinai Jackson to Nevaeh Jackson. One hand tip back to Peppel. Gets the layup to go. They went on a 21-5 run.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work.
A lot of points. Peppel had 12 points tonight. It's going to be Anika Davis trying to do it herself for the team. Jumper is good. Unfortunately, not a lot of buckets on their end tonight. Gets the layup. 16 points, 9 rebounds, just shy of a double-double. And Northrop adds another dub to the win column. Still undefeated in conference play. They get the win 67-18.
All right, our next SAC stop takes us back over to Kilmer Court. Snyder girls, Wayne girls. Snyder looking to stay perfect in conference play as well. Panthers putting the pressure on early and often in this one. Janaea Donahue getting into the lane. She gets the floater to drop. 17 for Nene. And Snyder's up 2 early on. A little bit later in the quarter on the break, Jordan Poole Not going to be able to get the layup to go, but Tia Finizzi right there for the follow-up. Snyder takes a 6-point lead. Timeout, Wayne. They need to regroup, but it wouldn't do much for them. Snyder not letting off the gas. They forced the turnover. Poole not going to miss this layup this time. The junior would finish with a game-high 19. Snyder rolls to the 67-43 dub. They're 3-0 in SAC play.
All right, next SAC matchup comes at Spartan Arena. Homestead hosting the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Spartans coming off back-to-back wins. Saints on the 3-game skate, picking it up in the second half. 3 minutes to play. Emma Rice. I tried to remember. I'm sorry. I'll get it right. Next play on the other end, Vanessa Cook doing work down low. Gets the layup to go, trying to keep Dwenger in the game, but fortunately a lot of points by the Spartans tonight. The freshman, Maya Epps.
She's going to be good, man. She's going to be real
good.
Already got offers from Ball State and a couple other schools. Yeah.
Good stuff. We'll be seeing her for a little while, but it's going to be Molly Stock this time. Epps gets the assist. Molly Stock, 3-ball is cash. And just like that, Homestead gets the win tonight. 57-21. They move to 8-3 on the season.
All right, back over to Eugene Parker Court. Carroll and Concordia both looking for their first conference wins tonight. Late second quarter, Chargers on top, tacking on off the KDET miss. Kayla Gibbs going to get the fast break easy bucket. The Spring Harbor signee led everyone with 20. Chargers take a 14-point lead. Now, hey, Concordia, they would try to keep it close till half. Annika Nelson not going to be denied on this offensive rebound, though. She gets the bucket, cuts the lead back to single digits. She had 9, but Carroll, hey, they would take control from there. Taylor Fordyce to the cup, 14 for the future St. Francis Cougar. And then in the third, after recess, Jersey Paul, feeling refreshed, splashes home a 3-ball. She pitched in with 10 points on the night. Chargers rolled to their first conference dub, 68-41.
Our final stop in the SAC tonight comes back at, By Hay Arena. A little rivalry action between Northside and Southside. Pick things up in the third. Northside with the lead and adding to it, Jelaya Page gets inside and goes off the glass for 2. Legends up 14. Later on, off the miss, it's going to be Anaya Woodson. Boards, gets the stick back plus the foul, and the Legends take a 16-point lead. But Southside would try to keep things close. Nobody checks. Ganasia White on the break. She gets the easy bucket in transition, but fortunately this one was all Legends. Tarani Hoskins hits from deep here. And the Legends come out winner 55-32. Their first win over the Archers in their last 18 tries.
I heard something like 20 years for them, so hey, props to you guys. Down to Norwell in the NE8 we go. They're hosting Columbia City in front of a packed house. Eagles passing around, decent lead before half. Faith Fry, no relation to Drew, I don't believe, nails the long ball. They go in a half up 12. Second half, other end, still passing it around. Olivia Shear with a nice move in traffic, finishes off glass. Norwell, hey, they're trying to bounce back, though, missing the layup. C-City takes it down. And Shear going to get it to Tessa Tonkel for the bucket. C-City takes down Norwell on the road in commanding fashion tonight, 82-66.
All right, let's go over to our next matchup. Belmont East Noble, Leakey.
I know, that's a tough one to say.
Pokes it loose to her sister. Rachel and the Braves go on the break. Sydney Kane takes it across the timeline and dishes it back to Emily for the score. Kane puts one up from the top of the key. Won't go, but it's all good. Rachel hits the deck and keeps it alive. Emily scoops it up and puts the right-handed hook off the glass for the bucket. This after the steal. Kane goes up strong and comes down hard. She gets the and one. Goes off as Belmont continues to roll later in the third. Tessa Spiegel says, I want
in on the scoring action.
I love your writing. Shout out to Steven, man. Gets the bucket to go, but with the winding down in the quarter, Ellen Scott keeps it inbounds to Rachel, who tickles the twine with her jumper as the Braves batter the Knights 53-22.
All right, let's make our way up to Armstrong Arena. We've got Huntington North, we've got New Haven, and we've got highlights. Second half action, Marissa Trout. Nice find of Hayden Bailey, cut into the bucket for 2. A little bit later, Bulldogs trying to claw their way back in. Janiah Johnson to Samantha Goodrich. Bucket, foul. New Haven cuts into that lead, but Huntington North wasn't going nowhere. Trout, cross half court, says, I will do it myself, thank you. Into the paint, gets by Goodrich, puts it in. A little bit later, showing off the passing now. That is going to be Grace Fields underneath the bucket for the easy lay-in as Huntington North cruises in this one tonight. All Vikings, 54-18, the final.
All right, for our next stop, we head over to Central Noble to see the Cougars take on Westview Warriors. Cougars undefeated on the season so far. They start off hot with Grace Swank. As she knocks down the 3-ball, Cougs go up 3-0. Later on the quarter, it's going to be Madison Weiss.
Applying the clamps.
Comes down on the fast break. She does it herself. She hits the 3 to keep Central Noble's hot start up. They take an 8-point lead. And Weiss doing work on the dime. She hits Kiera Bolin. She's going to drain the 3-ball. Here it is. Cougs up 11-4 after the bucket, and it's Weiss again who gets the steal.
Now she's laying down the
on
clamps.
The defensive end, gets it out to Bolin again, and she's going to get the layup to go. Central Noble goes on to win this one big, 65-30 over the Warriors. Cougars stay unblemished.
How about that start for CN? Let's make our way down to Turtletown. Busco, West Noble, Chargers picking things up in the third quarter. Mackenzie maybe misses the 3, but Jalen Baker goes up, gets the board and the putback. Puts West Noble up by 6. A little bit later on in the third, Elena DeLong gets the knock down the jumper. Chargers lead all the way up to 8, and they weren't done. Baker at it again. You're going to see her get a screen from DeLong. Turns out the bank is open on Friday nights in Turtletown. 10-point ball game. DeLong, she was busy dominating the paint tonight as well. Maybe on the break, finds her. A little bit of post work, gets the bucket to go. West Noble goes on to win this one, 50-42, the final.
All right, to Bluffton now. Tigers hosting Woodland. Haley Gibson is going to get the party started. Gets it inside to Marion Schreiber for the lay-in. Good bucket there. She had 8 on the night. Bluffton trails by 6. This next drive's got a lot to it. Woodland gets the takeaway. Gabby Kloppenstein, a little back and forth passing. It go inside to Ava Smith. What a move in traffic for the layup. It's a good bucket there. Puts Woodland up 8. Later, inbound to Taylor
Knivler.
Knivler. Good
that is a name, man. That is a name. I'll give you that one.
To Addie Goheen, inside to Smith. And one. It's not and one if you don't scream, right?
And one.
Woodland stays ahead in this one and wins it 42-34.
All right, final stop of the night on the high school side of things comes out in Monroeville. Heritage hosting Southern Wells pregame. The brand new Heritage Court dedicated to longtime coach Sherry Gilbert. Southern Wells pick things up in the action now. Southern Wells down 4 just at the half. But then Heritage, they would take over after that. That's Ava Miner. She draws the foul. She missed the free throw. Excuse me. That was Claire Bickle for the bucket. A little bit later, Kendall Zelt to Danica Fuller, who passes right back to Bickle. She got 1 point. She got 1 bucket. How about another? She had a hot quarter, too. Patriots once again with the passing. This time it's up to, I'll give you one guess.
Who's that?
Bickle.
Let's see.
Bickle once again.
Doing it all.
14 of her 18 points coming in the third quarter alone, and Heritage comes away a winner tonight. Patriots 1-0 on the new court, 51-32 the final. All right, it's time for our play of the night, and we're going to go back to that brand new Eugene Parker court. Cole Hayworth bringing
2-hand slam.
Thunder. Baseline jam. What did I say earlier?
What did you say, 2 hands for safety?
2 hands for safety, 1 hand for flash. Cole opted for the safe route here, and I don't blame him. You know what? It got him the top play.
There you go.
Concordia also comes away a winner, 52-51. Congrats to the Kids.